everything you allow, God. Just my testimony, maybe some of yours. Listen. My troubles and trials, they seem more than I could stand. But I knew God had a purpose, even though I didn't know his plan. Though I cried to the Lord, it was as though my voice he wouldn't hear. I was seeking for rescue, but this time help didn't appear. But God is the master who has the master's plan. And I'm just the clay being molded in the potter's hand. And God, he sits as a refiner's fire. He's molding and making me into what he desired. I had to go through the test so that God could get the best out of me. He wants the best out of me. Help me stay so that God just wants the best out of me. Maybe somebody's in a storm. Maybe you're coming out of a storm. Maybe you're even headed to one. But let me tell you what God told me in the midst of mine. He said, now think it not strange when fiery trials come your way. God will use your trials. They're just tools to test your faith. So now I reckon that the suffering of this present time, they're not worthy to be compared to the glory God has in mind. See, God is the master. He has the master plan. You gotta realize we're only clay being molded in the potter's hand. I know the load you're carrying seems more than your share, but God won't put no more on you than you're able to bear. Sometimes you gotta go through the test so that God can get the best. He wanted my best praise. He wanted my worship. He wanted the glory out of my life. He allowed me to go through the storm, yeah. He just wanted the best out of me. When I look back over my life, I can say that all the troubles, the trials, heartache, pains, and misery. See, I learned to thank God for everything. He allowed all those things to push me into my destiny. See, God ordered my step for me. I had to go through the test. So that God just wants the best out of me. He said, after you suffered a while, he said, I will strengthen you. I will settle you. I will perfect you. After you go through your test. Then I heard the word said, those that sow in tears, they're going to reap in joy. Let me tell you, joy has come. After I've gone through the test, you got to count it all joy when you're going through doubt and temptation, knowing that the sign of your faith is going to work patience in your life. After you go through the test, God just wants the best out of me. I had to go through the storm. I had to go through the rain. I had to go through the hardness. God knows I had to go through the pain. But God just wants the best out of me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He wanted the best out of me. How many can say that God just wants the best out of me? He wanted the best out of me. The reason he allowed me to go through it, he wanted the best out of me. See, I was like Paul at one time. God had allowed me to suffer, so I wouldn't have thought myself above measure. He just wanted the best out of me. So Lord, I thank you for every test through the trial, you just want the best out of me, yeah. Lord, you want the best out of me. How many gonna give God your very best? Give him your very best praise. Give him the glory that's due his name. The best out of me. Woo-hoo. God, you want the best out of me. Yeah, the best out of me. God, I'm gonna give you my very best. Gonna give you my very best. The best out of me. I'm gonna go give God the best. Look, I gotta get out.